Hey guys, this is Starcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you tonight. This one is going to be a 3v3 matchup and it will be on Ulaan Deeps. And it will be between the blue Zerg Tiktaalik, the red Terran kyara, and the teal Zerg Sivatherium, a team that we just recently watched beat Team LMNT on the Biolab. That was a very exciting game, and hopefully you saw that, because if you didn't, I guess I just spoiled who won it for you, but you should definitely go check that out if you haven't. Their opponents are going to be hibachiu, the purple Zerg, and Power, the orange Terran, and their other teammate will be Confused, the yellow Zerg, which is kind of how I feel reading his name right now, as there is two O's in front of it. So it is oOcOnFuSeD, and he is throwing down a 10 pool. So if you look at the production tab, you can see the timing of all of the spawning pools are basically equal. So I expect to see Mass Zergling versus Mass Zergling and Hellions versus Mass Zergling and Hellions, and then we'll see where the game evolves from that point. But as this game is just getting underway, I wanted to say that I'm actually just taking a quick break right now from writing some lab reports, and so I wanted to do at least a game here, because I may not have time tomorrow and possibly the next day to do one. So I wanted to have a game to tide you guys over with some crazy team Starcraft action. So with that being said, let's get back to the game. And so if you didn't see that game that Tiktaalik and company played against Team LNT, I'm about to spoil some stuff that happened in that game, as it was really interesting, because actually what happened in that game, the map sort of dictated the playstyle. The Biolab, with all the shared area between the bases, promoted the strategy of staying back near your bases in the shared area and waiting to try and defend to cut down reinforcement distances. But a strategy like that is not going to matter on a map like this, where all the bases are so far apart. And so one other thing to note was that in that game, Tiktaalik did make a tech switch to roaches in sort of the middle of that game after everybody was massing up their units, and it really ended up paying off. So we'll see what happens in this game. A little bit of a different action going on. Kyara with a Reaper, a fast Reaper out here, so I did not see that coming. Kyara is not going for Hellions, he is going for Reapers, so hold everything, ladies and gentlemen. There is a totally different strategy going on, and we'll see how this ends up working out. The Reaper is in here with a bunch of Zerglings, and we'll see how much damage can get done before any sort of reinforcements arrive. And the Zerglings getting a bunch of drone kills here. It looks like so many drones are going down. The Queen has gone down for Confused. He's in a lot of trouble. He has popped out a few Zerglings here. He has 3 drones left, and it looks like his teammates are going to be able to salvage his base here, but the economic damage pretty severe. And so this Reaper, will he be able to make it away? It doesn't look like it, but it actually, wow, the Reaper is able to escape, and more Reapers are on the way for Kyara. So he is going ahead with that Reaper push, and because of that, they are able to do quite a bit of damage to Confused. But once Power gets these Hellions kicking in, as he has 4 of them right now, those Hellions will definitely trump Kyara's Reapers, so the left team really needs to do as much damage as they can right now. And it looks like they are going to be moving up here to the top side. I don't think I've missed any battles here. I want to double check everybody's bases real quick, because you guys know how it is. All the time on these massive games, I will end up missing sneaky drop plays and stuff like that. So hibachiu, meanwhile, chilling back here with the Zerglings, while Power is pressing out with the Hellions, and he's going to have to fall back to get the cover of hibachiu. By the way, there's no speed on hibachiu's Zerglings. That is about to finish, and Power with some nice placement, some nice micro on these Hellions, pulling back behind the Zerglings and getting a lot of nice shots off here. And I don't think Power lost a single Hellion in that engagement, possibly 1 Hellion. And it does actually look like Power is currently controlling hibachiu's Zerglings. So we'll see if that does give him much of an advantage. The Hellions are going to be coming right into Sivatherium's base, and they are waiting for a little bit more reinforcements, and it looks like they are actually going to pull out here. And excuse me, scratch that, it is not Power that was microing these Zerglings, but it is actually Confused who is controlling hibachiu's Zerglings while hibachiu continues to macro up, and now they are going to press the attack. The Hellions getting some great shots off on the drones, and all the drones for Sivatherium have gone down. He is trying to build a baling nest over here, but that is not going to matter. He's going to go ahead and cancel that, as now his base is completely under siege. At the same time, kyara is running Reapers straight over the middle of the map and going to try and do a counterattack, and it looks like Tiktaalik meanwhile was able to kill the hatchery of Confused, so I apologize, I did not see that happening as I was focused on what was going on the top left. And now power is coming right into kyara's mineral line, and I don't think kyara realized this attack was going down, and if he did, he just didn't care because the pre-igniter is done for power, and those SCVs stood no chance. Tiktaalik does have some roaches out now, but there does not look like there's going to be enough of them. The Hellions, so much faster than the roaches, are going to be able to get away. And what happened to those Reapers? Did they all die from the Zerglings here? That may have been the case. Checking the units tab really quickly, there are no more Reapers, so I think I missed those Reapers getting caught by hibachiu's Zerglings there, getting surrounded and annihilated. So Tiktaalik is pretty much the lone member left in this game standing, and he does have a sizable amount of roaches, and kyara does have some marauders out. Is actually still able to produce a couple, so he has thrown down a mule and is trying to reestablish that economy as best he can, switching to marauders. But the mobility of the right side, so much stronger Zerglings and Hellions in the mobility than the marauders and roaches. You can see how slow these units are, and there are enough Zerglings, I think, out here that this army composition will not be effective enough, as the Zerglings are going to get a complete surround on this army, and I believe all of it is going to die pretty easily there for the right team, and that has got to be it, because that huge army going down just really has to be the difference. And kyara and Tiktaalik trying to do something a little different here with Reapers and Marauders and Roaches, and it does not look like that is going to pay off against the mass Hellion Infernal Pre-Igniter Mass Zergling strategy, even though they were able to really put the hurt on Confused at the beginning of this game. So now the massive army of Lings and Hellions is going to move into kyara's base, and this Marauder, sorry to say, not going to be able to hold up that attack. So it appears we are simply waiting for the pleasantries, as I guess this hatchery did finally get finished off by some stray Zerglings there. And meanwhile, just double checking the bases, no damage really has been done to the right team. So it has become a 2-on-1, and it is about to become a 2-on-none, as Tiktaalik's base is about to get completely obliterated. And so it looks like that is going to do it for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely exciting there. And I want to say thank you to Confused for sending me this replay. It was a pleasure to cast, and hopefully I'll be able to get to some more games as soon as I can. I need to finish these lab reports. Man, they are such a pain. So yeah, I will definitely be casting more games as soon as I possibly can. So that's going to do it for me. This is Irie Starcraft, and peace out.